Hello everybody and welcome back to Fable 2. I'm gonna go back into some solo stuff for a while. Last video we made it to Bloodstone, spoke to Reaver who informed us that we need more renown in order to speak to him because he's so important, but we have to do it as he is our third and final hero that we actually need before we can confront Lucian. So I'm here in Bloodstone. And I'm just going to do a little bit of overview before we get into any of the questing stuff. I haven't shown everybody around Bloodstone yet. Bloodstone is my favorite town in the game. It's the quote-unquote bad town. It's known to be notorious. Bad guys roaming around. No law. There's no guards here. You can shoot and kill people and they'll actually shoot you back. People here, there's male prostitutes, female prostitutes, thugs, everyone carries weapons, so there's not really any law and order, but it's kind of an interesting town. I quite like it. I've always really quite enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so I'm not going to be able to show off a lot of the shops, what's actually in store, but I can show you around the town and what they've got, and then I'll be sure to actually go around the town and look at some of the stock. Just like any other town, they still have a shop, so they have a blacksmith, weapon shop, so if you want to buy new weapons you can do so there. As you can see, I've bought new weapons. I'm quite stocked up now. I've got weapons that do quite a bit of attack, so I shouldn't be in any danger in that regard. There's a tattoo parlor here. I think the only other place in the game that I can think of that has a tattoo parlor is the Gypsy Cavern. There's not really a lot of places in this game that have tattooists. And then there's a couple stalls. I think this is a pie stall. Do believe there's a fish stall around here somewhere too. There's lots of prostitutes walking around. Emma the whore. They're called whores or prostitutes or thugs or whoever. And there's the bar. Obviously lots of people hang around here because this is the place to be. And I don't want to talk to that person right now because that is a quest. There's a statue here that you can get the sculptor to make of you. You can do this if you want to get more renown, but it's not going to make a huge difference in the long run. This is a potion store if you need to buy some potions. The only other potion store in the game is in Bloodstone, so it's kind of nice that they give you another option for that. And god damn it, Roland, I wish, you know what, I'm just going to kill this guy because he is so annoying. This is the guy that gives you the quest at the beginning of the game, or not really the quest, but he shows you around town, and he will never stop talking when you first get to Bloodstone, and then he is like crazy obsessed with you and wants you to like pay him to sing about you. He's just a weird guy. I have no idea what he's doing here. It doesn't seem like a good place for him to be. There's lots of houses, and I really like the houses. The way that they're designed, it really kind of reminds me of like boat houses, just the way that they're laid out, which I think is pretty interesting. They all kind of look like ship parts. There's also a stylist here if you want to change your makeup or your hair. I'm gonna ignore my dog for now. And then if you come down over here, I think there's some more stalls over here. Produce trader. Lots of houses in this area to loot if you want. You can also go in and steal stuff. If someone catches you stealing, they're just going to try and kill you. They're not going to try and call a guard on you, so it's completely up to you if you want to do that or not. A lot of the houses here are kind of poor, though. Reaver's the one with all the money in town. Although apparently there's just money laying around on the ground that they don't even know about. And then finally, just before you come over to Reaver's Mansion, you have the second furniture shop in the game. So I was really happy the first time I saw that when I played the game for the first time, because there's only one furniture shop in the whole game up until this point, and that's in Bloodstone, and it was like, I need more furniture, but there's no way I can get it if Bloodstone ran out of stock, but now you can. So good news is that it looks like it was closer to morning than it was to night, so hopefully some of these stores will open up now and I can go and show you around. Maybe I'll even get a couple tattoos, because I haven't really done that in the game so far. I did that in the last Fable that I played as well. I just kind of did it later on in the game, just as bonus almost, just because I don't really pay attention to things like that. I guess now that I've given you the town tour, I'll go into my menu and we'll take a look at some of the other stuff that I've done. Because I was the henchman when we went through Wraith Marsh, I actually had to go through the marsh on my own on my file. So I got double the experience, which is great, because now my hero is pretty super buff, actually. You can see that Brutal Styles, Physique, and Toughness, I leveled up 1 each, I do believe, using all the experience that I had. And as soon as I level them all up 1 more time, they'll be maxed. There's 5 levels for each skill. And hopefully, if I can keep killing stuff, I'll be able to actually max these out. Skill, Dexter Styles, there's only 4 in Dexter Styles, so I've learned them all. All my arrow techniques have been perfect. They're all maxed out. I still have to buy an accuracy and a speed upgrade, but once those are upgraded, I'll be a master marksman, hopefully. Shock, I went ahead and I leveled up off screen. My shock is maximized, so my magic is going to be pretty powerful if I actually choose to use it. Inferno I also leveled up, and it only requires 1 more level up if I want to level it up. And then as you can see, I haven't really paid attention to any of the other spells, but they're all really cool actually. I really do like all of the spells. Time Control I never really found useful, but Garth uses blades, as you see, which is pretty cool. Vortex can be really neat too if you level it up. Chaos I haven't actually seen a whole lot of. You can kind of possess your enemies. Force Push is super powerful, and then you can raise dead, which is one of CaptainDonKeys' favorite spells. So I haven't really paid much attention to that, and I apologize for that. I might do that as like an after sort of bonus thing if I feel like it, but I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention. I also went ahead and I got married for a second time. The reason I did that is because there is a quest later on that I would like to do, and I just want to use like a second family because I'm pretty attached to my first wife, although as you can see they're both unhappy with me, so I really haven't been paying much attention to them, and I probably should go visit them at some point. I'm just too busy exploring, I suppose. So now I have 2 children, both boys. I was kind of hoping for a girl, but didn't quite get what I wanted, which is alright. I'm going to take a look at the quest log. As soon as you meet Reaver, you have a whole box of quests that get unleashed. And it's really cool because you actually can pick and choose, and you'll get your... I only need about 6,000 renown. You can get that so easily. It's ridiculous. And some of the better quests in the game pop up at this point. So we still have some DLC ones. The Snow Globe is DLC. Treasure Island of Doom, I think we can do. I think that's actually here in Bloodstone. Rescuing Charlie, I'm going to do in co-op, I think. Toby, we can do in Bloodstone. That's a really short quest. I might be able to actually fit it into this video. Love Hurts is one of my favorite quests in the whole game. So I'll be doing that in a couple of episodes. Hob Squatters we're going to be doing in co-op. Evil and Wraith Marsh, I do believe we're going to do in co-op as well. And then you've got Something Rotten, and then after that you've got all of your reoccurring quests, with the exception of Brightwood Tower, which is one of the new quests. You're actually able to buy Garth's Tower and live in it, which actually gives you a quest, which is pretty neat. So you don't have to do all of these quests, but I am going to try my best to do all of these before we go back and meet with Reaver, because believe it or not, the storyline part of this game is ending pretty quickly. So I'm going to try and fit those all in a couple more videos. So I guess now that we have done all of that, I should also mention that I bought Guile's farm. So let's go take a look at that. I do plan on buying all of the unique buildings in this game. As you can see, I'm also getting almost 8,000 gold every 5 minutes. I went ahead and I bought a bunch of other properties as well. But I had enough saved up after, quitting the game and loading it back up to actually buy this. If you remember, we did the quest to set up Farmer Giles' son on a date, and then they moved out and they allowed us to purchase the house. So once you've bought it, you cannot sell it. I should mention that. It's, I think, about $75,000 to buy. You can rent it out though, which is pretty cool, and as you can see, I get $788 on it every 5 minutes. So I personally think it's worth it to buy it. If you're going to move your family in, I think that's a really neat place to move your family into. And if you're going to rent it, you're going to get a lot of money off it. Plus, you can also redecorate it, and you can actually make it worth more by replacing some of the furniture, although a lot of it can't be replaced because it's all quote-unquote unique furniture. But I have it rented out right now, and I should mention that Giles' farm, regardless of how you did this quest, regardless of if you helped him and purchase his property, or if you killed him, or if you didn't help him at all, you'll be able to get one of the legendary weapons in the game. If I can find it in my inventory, I'll show you the note that was left. So when you purchase Giles' property, if you purchase it, if you chose to help him, he'll leave this behind, which says, "To the rightful owner of the farm, I have left a key to the cellar door in the drawer of an upstairs cupboard. I ask that you do not use it, and that you leave the tomb beyond that door undisturbed. The violence of my past is buried there, and I would rather it stayed that way." So you can go upstairs if you own the house, go through all the drawers, get his key, and you're actually able to go into an area that allows you to get access to a legendary weapon in the game. You can also do this if you killed Giles and his farm stays the same. You can actually go into the cellar where you found the book about Ripper, and you can do it that way as well. So I thought I'd mention that. I'm probably going to show things like that off in like later episodes as like a bonus sort of thing, just because I don't want it to get lost in translation. Like, I don't want to show it now and then people ask me where I showed it off and then I don't remember because there's so many episodes, if you know what I mean. So we'll go back to that later. Just know that I bought that house, and that's one of the unique properties in the game that I was planning on buying. Since my wives are both very mad at me, I guess I will introduce everybody to my new wife and my new child. And they live in Oakfield. Alright, so I've definitely been neglecting my families, which I feel bad for. But hopefully she's not going to want to divorce me right away, because I haven't even shown everybody what she looks like. I just, picked her up actually at Farmer Giles after I had finished that side quest. And now she'll tell you how mad she is at you.
Are you sure you spend enough time with our son? Can't we go somewhere more exciting?
They're both trying to talk at the same time and it's not working, but anyways, alright, well, let's do what I do best, and let's shower my family in gifts to make them not hate me. I actually renamed my child. I think his name was Ernie or something like that, and I didn't really like the name Ernie, so I named him James. And as I said, you can come back and you can get unique dialogue from your kids. He doesn't really have much to say right now, I don't think, but every time you return, they'll always ask, what have you been doing, yada yada yada, things like that. My second wife, her name is Nell, and she doesn't seem too happy, but I don't think that she's going to divorce me, which is nice. As you can see, she's actually pretty far from divorce. I don't know why she's unhappy. Maybe I need to pay her more money or something like that, but as long as you check on your family every once in a while, it doesn't really seem to make too much of a difference. And, you don't, hit your wife, or she doesn't catch you, flirting with another woman. That's something that really makes your wives really mad. Is when they catch you flirting with someone else, even if you're not doing it intentionally. But yeah, I plan on using these two for a quest later on. I'm gonna move them out to a remote location, and hopefully I can get a quest that I'm hoping to get. It's like a optional side quest. But I actually went quite long in this video, which I didn't really expect. I guess there was a lot to cover, but that's about all that I've been doing since we last recorded. I did some leveling up, showed you guys around Bloodstone. Hopefully I can actually go into the stores and show off some of the stuff that they've got to sell. I got a new wife, I have a new kid now, so I've got 2 kids and 2 wives, and I bought Farmer Giles' property. And that's about it. So next time I think I'm actually going to take care of some quests. Maybe I'll get some tattoos and do some other fun stuff. Hopefully you guys will join me next time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then.